What's up, guys? I'm DK Wrestler, and today I'm going to be talking about the Funko Pop news from this past week. So I thought I would start out a brand new series here on the channel for the next couple of weeks where I recap the newest Funko Pop announcements for the entire week. And then to end it off, I will be doing a top 5 list of my favorite Funko Pops individually from these announcements. And I thought this would work out great as content every Saturday for our ongoing advent calendar of content this month. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So the first thing that was announced right on December 1st was a TargetCon 2025 exclusive Velociraptor fossil. Now, I kind of enjoy the concept of these, you know, back in the day when you would buy those, like, I guess, bricks, and you get to actually chisel out the fossil pieces to make your dinosaur. So I can see where Funko's going, but it is kind of like cool, but a little bit poorly executed at the same time. Although I do like the idea of this being exclusive to TargetCon in 2025, and don't you find it so random that we're already getting TargetCon exclusive reveals when that usually happens in like February? Next up isn't really a Funko Pop announcement, but it was some Funko news that I thought I would talk about is the fact that, of course, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia did not sell out, as 12,203 standard packs and 10,740 premium packs were burned after the sale was over. Now, honestly, I kind of figured this was going to happen going into this because of the fact of Funko now always doing those emails you get sent telling you guys in advance what the sets are coming out within the next month. Although, yes, that is very cool to bring up some hype about these, but it also gives us Funko collectors a choice on which drop we're going to be participating in. Next up is a set of the real Ghostbusters Funko Pops for the animation that came out. I think these are some pretty unique Funko Pops, not going to lie, with, of course, the main 4 Ghostbusters, and with Venkman obviously being a pop and buddy with Slimer. This is a really cool take, especially seeing Egon Spangler with blonde hair in this case and the design of his hair. They did a really good job. I think it's one of the best Ghostbusters Pops we've seen in quite a while, actually. Then announced our individual Bitty Pops for both Batman and The Office. And not gonna lie, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of these because I'm already not a fan of the individual, like, 4 packs of Bitty Pops, let alone the singular ones. And in case you were wondering, because I do have almost every Office Funko Pop, I have not collected any of the Office Bitty Pops, nor do I plan on collecting any of them. Next up, we have some Easter items that were announced, of course, with Funko Pops being Stitch and Angel, with some Bitty Pops that are related to that. And then we got ourselves some TMNT Pocket Pops for Easter and Funko Pops involving Leonardo and Michelangelo. Now, I'm not entirely a big fan of when they do the holiday pops per se, but honestly, I would rather see these Easter Pops than those stupid chocolate pops that released earlier this year. Next up is a brand new wave of Rocky Pops, which I can definitely tell has a new Ivan Drago, Clubber Lang, and of course, Rocky Balboa himself. And this is a pretty decent set of pops. Of course, we do have quite a bit of Rocky Balboas, but we haven't had a Clubber Lang in a while, and especially Ivan Drago. That OG Ivan Drago costs quite a bit of money on the secondary market, especially for people like myself who actually thoroughly enjoyed Rocky IV as one of the better Rocky movies, that now we have a more affordable Ivan Drago pop. Then we have ourselves a new set of Lord of the Rings pops, which we have a Pop Town, along with some other 4-inch figures, which a couple of them do have a chase, including a Funko Shop exclusive with a chase. And then we have a Moments with Gandalf, if I'm not mistaken. These are some decent pops. I do really like the chase for that Funko Shop exclusive, because I believe that's where the soda of that character was originally done, where the common and the chase was exactly like that. So I'm glad that they made it into Funko Pop form this time around. And for the Moments here with Gandalf, is this the whole "you shall not pass" moment? It's been a while since I've seen Lord of the Rings, but if that's the case, that's pretty cool that they finally made it into pop form. Next up, we have ourselves a set of Dragon Ball Super Broly pops, where of course we got some commons. There are some commons with the chase, and then we got ourselves exclusive that all have glow-in-the-dark chases. Now, these are some pretty decent looking pops. I am a pretty big fan of that 6-inch Broly that's like right front and center of this set. And one thing that I do find a little is the fact of that Chalice Collectibles exclusive, where for the longest time when it came to the common and the chase, you can only buy a bundle of 6 where you're guaranteed the chase, because because of course 1 and 6 for the chase, or getting it singularly in hopes that you get the chase. But now they actually do have the offer of actually getting a singular pop of the common and chase bundle. So in my opinion, what's even the point of doing the 6 pop bundle when you know that everyone is going to want to get that bundle of just 1 and 1 so that they're not paying so much money? Next up, we have ourselves a set of Captain America Brave New World pops, where we do got some common pops like Captain America, Red Hulk, and Falcon, along with exclusives that are going to Target, and there's a couple of exclusives going to the Funko shop. I actually do like the Captain America exclusive going to the Funko shop. I really like the posing of the wings out. I am really excited to see that movie. Of course, usually I like watching all of the MCU movies, and from what I last heard, I'm pretty sure WWE superstar Seth Rollins does have a role in this movie, so another reason I definitely need to see this movie. Entertainment Earth had announced a brand new glow-in-the-dark exclusive of Venom for the Marvel line. Now, this is a pretty decent looking pop, and I love the detail of the green slobber on the tongue as part of the glow-in-the-dark aspect. And if you weren't entirely a fan of buying either of the comic book covers that they had previously done, then this honestly is the way to go so that you're not taking so much shelf space. Pokemon Center had announced yet another pearlescent pop, and it's of Piplup. First off, why are we still seeing pearlescent pops? And number two, why was Piplup in consideration? I'm surprised they didn't even go to like Charizard or some sort of other really popular character before choosing Piplup of all characters. No offense to Piplup, but at this point, I'm so sick and tired of the Pokemon lineup, especially with the whole soft colored pops, where more are likely to be happening in 2025. New set of World of Warcraft and Diablo pops. Really cool to see World of Warcraft get new pops, or maybe it's the first pops. I can't exactly remember. I thought they've had pops in the past. A new wave of NFL pops are coming out, including players like Travis Kelce, Garrett Wilson, and Nick Bosa. Now, I don't really know much about the NFL because honestly, I'm not entirely a fan, and a little bit of a hot take in case you haven't viewed this channel before, I honestly think NFL is the most overrated sport in the world. And people want to crap all over me because I love professional wrestling, and that's predetermined, but you can't tell me that it's coincidental that the team that Taylor Swift's boyfriend is on ends up winning the Super Bowl. You can't tell me that the NFL didn't plan on the Kansas City Chiefs winning so that way they can have Taylor Swift attend and bring the NFL the biggest viewership and the biggest ratings that they've ever had. Next up, we have ourselves some Funko Pop pins, more specifically for Pixar. Yeah, I'm not entirely interested in these, although of course I do love Woody there because I love Toy Story. I have no interest on wanting to just have a Funko Pop as a pin. And I guess the last announcement as I'm recording this video is the newly announced Festival of Fun Series 1 Funko NFTs with the redeemables confirmed. Now, I would have talked about these in what was yesterday's video, but I'll talk about them again, is that I thoroughly enjoyed this set. But now, since that's going to be the end of this portion of the Funko news, I'm going to be comprising my top 5 list of my favorite individual pops that were announced throughout this past week. So coming in at number 5 on this list is the 10-inch Frodo as Nutcracker from Festival of Fun. I thoroughly enjoyed the character of Frodo, and I think it's really cool looking to see this pop in this set. However, I would have rather seen this even as the Grail or a Legendary in a 4-inch form rather than a 10-inch form, which is why it takes the number 5 spot. Coming in at number 4 on my list is the Venkman with Slimer from the Real Ghostbusters set. I thoroughly enjoyed the entire set. It was difficult to actually choose one or the other for the 4 different pops, but at the end of the day, because of the fact that this is technically a pop and buddy, is why I chose Venkman in this case. Coming in at number 3 is the 6-inch Super Saiyan Broly from that Dragon Ball Super set. This has a ton of detail going on with it. They've done great Broly pops in the past, so this is no different, but I don't have much of a personal reaction towards this, which is why it's kind of at the middle of the road when it comes to this list. list. Coming in at number 2 on my list is the Diamond Collection Freddy Funko as Snowman from the Festival of Fun NFT set. I like the aspect that this is a Diamond Collection pop because I totally think that it makes sense. I think my only gripe is how it kind of looks, because it doesn't really make it look like a snowman because it's a little bit too dark for it to be snow. It looks more gray rather than white. And coming in at number 1 on this list is the Ivan Drago for the new Rocky set. This pop I thoroughly enjoy, of course, because I enjoyed the Rocky 4 movie, but now you have a more easily accessible pop with, I guess in this case, 2025 standards with this Ivan Drago, rather than paying a bunch of money for the OG Ivan Drago. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below on what your favorite announcements were this past week. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and hope to see you guys in the next one. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.